I was trying to clean off my camera because I was fuzzy, like furry, like soft. It was like soft light. So sorry about that if you catch the replay. It worked though. I'm not quite so fuzzy and soft anymore. And the kids aren't here today, but of course, as soon as I sit down to do Facebook Live, the little dog starts barking. So yay. Maybe he'll stop in just a few minutes. Hi, I'm Pam Barnhill. So very nice to have you here with me this afternoon. I'm gonna try to move you a little further without dropping you. I'm a homeschool mom of 3 kids who are not here today. We have the dog to keep us company with his noise instead. And I have 3 homeschooling podcasts. Hi, Dawn Garrett. Dawn Garrett is my right hand. Could not do any of this without her, so she's going to be dropping links for us throughout the broadcast. Hi, Arabella. I have the Your Morning Basket podcast, which is all about morning time in your homeschool. I have the Homeschool Snapshots podcast, which is interviews with homeschoolers from across the country. And I have the Homeschool Solution Show, which is the only one that's actually running right now. The other 2 are on hiatus. Hi, Heather. I'm glad you made it live. The other 2 are on hiatus at the moment for the summer, but Homeschool Solutions you can still check out every single Friday. And it's an audio blog, and we can't just leave you hanging in the summer because somebody has to keep you company while you fold your laundry or walk the dog or do the dishes. So that's what we're here for. But we are here this week. We're talking about homeschool planning. This is step 6 in our homeschool planning series, and probably everyone's favorite step. I was telling Jessica this morning that I was talking about shopping today, and she's like, oh, this is my favorite step. Yeah, I think everybody likes this step a lot, but I've got some tips for you on getting curriculum for your homeschool that I think might be helpful. I did want to give you some sneak peeks since you're joining me here on a Thursday afternoon. I wanted to give you, throw some bones at you. Oh, Dawn, you don't have to do dishes. You have 3 children, the youngest of whom is 10. You should never have to wash a dish. Make them do it. And don't tell them I said that. But anyway, oh, I was giving you sneak peeks. That's what I was giving you before I got distracted by Dawn's dishwasher dilemma, which is alliteration. I like that. So what I'm working on right now are the first of the 4-year history cycle morning time plans. So Jessica has done her part. She's got them written and to me, and I am putting them together right now. And so it's term 1 of the Middle Ages. And I'm just gonna say it right here, so I have to be ready. We're releasing them next week. They might be out a little before that, and I'll let you know, but the email's going out next Tuesday. So if you're studying the Middle Ages with your family next year, if you're looking at maybe having this kind of be your morning time focus, we are going to have some plans. Now, I know that the questions are going to be, when will we have the other ones? As quickly as possible. But, we're homeschool moms, so they're going to roll out over the months. I will tell you that I think the next set we're working on will be Ancients, because we just finished that, and so it's all fresh in Jessica's head. And then from there we're going to move into early modern history, so American colonial history and things like that. So bear with us on those. The other thing I'm working on is the bonus. Every year we have a bonus for buying Plan Your Year. And if you buy it before a certain date, I'm not 100% sure what that date is. Right now it's like the first Saturday in July or something. You will get the bonus for this year. And the bonus, and if you've bought Plan Your Year in the past, you still get the bonus. We are not like the cable company. We always reward people who are already customers, so you'll get the bonus too. But you have to buy it by July 2nd because the bonus won't be available after that as a bonus. Student planning pages. So we're putting together a cool little package of, we're going to have 4 different variations of student planning pages for you guys that you're going to get with your Plan Your Year, and some conversations. We're still kind of working on that part, but it will be ready by the end of this month, I promise. Okay, So we're talking about buying things for your homeschool. We've gone through our planning series. We've made our vision. We've made our goals. We can't just homeschool with just one. We've determined our course of study. We've done various things, and now we're to the part where we actually get to buy something. But I do want to say that don't pull out your credit card until you've done some of these other steps. I think so often we sit down to do our homeschool planning, and the very first thing we do is curriculum shop. And I think that's where we get ourselves in trouble, and we get ourselves kind of pigeonholed in this plan that's not going to work for us. So start by creating that vision and start by making goals for each of those kids. That's what you do first. And then, then you can start shopping. So first of all, that's my first thing for you, is don't jump in to this until you've done the steps previous to this. So very important. Okay, so some of my favorite kind of tips when it comes to buying homeschool curriculum. And the first one I'm going to say is it is completely okay to buy a pre-made or already prepared or already planned out homeschool curriculum. I know that like homeschooling in a box kind of gets a bad reputation, and I'm not really talking about homeschooling in a box, though there are some people who use homeschooling like curriculums that come in a box, and they do it very well. Margaret in Minnesota is one of these people, and Dawn, I'm going to throw a link on you that I didn't pre-warn you about. The School at Home Method link from the Homeschool Method series. I interviewed Margaret, and she talked about how she uses Seton, which is actually a Catholic homeschooling, curriculum in a box. But she really is able to adapt it to her family. And so that's fine, but I'm really not talking about that right now. I'm talking about a prepared curriculum. Let's just throw out something like Beautiful Feet books. So Beautiful Feet books comes with a reading list, and it comes with a lesson plan for you to follow. There's nothing wrong with doing that. I don't know if this is the case anymore, but I can remember being a newer homeschooler with younger kids, and I always felt this pressure that I wasn't giving my kids a personalized education unless I created everything from scratch. And that's just crazy. I mean, that was all kinds of stress and pressure that I was putting on myself. And I didn't need to do that. And so I want to tell everyone out there that it is completely okay if you use a prepared curriculum as your jumping off point and start from there. And it doesn't make you any less of a homeschool mom. It doesn't mean you're not giving your kids a good homeschool personalized education. That's not the case at all. You can adapt those pre-made curriculums because, and I fell into this trap, if you're constantly having to reinvent the wheel and make something yourself, then, what would happen for us was I would plan like 2 or 3 weeks at a time, and we would do great for those 2 or 3 weeks. It would be wonderful, and then I would run out of lesson plans, but life was happening all around me, and I wasn't able to get the next set of plans done and ready. And so we would just languish for a while, not really doing anything. So, it's much, and Dawn just made an important point. It's much better to start with a prepared curriculum and then adapt it. And curriculum providers do not expect you to do everything that's in the box, about 75% typically. So, don't feel like you have to do every single thing. You certainly, if you're covering every topic, you certainly don't have to do activity under every topic. So just throwing that out there. So pre-made is okay. It's probably actually preferable. So keep that in mind. The second point I want to bring up, the second thing I want you to think about doing is shopping your shelves first. Okay, because if your shelves are anything like my shelves, you probably have some things tucked away that you don't even remember that you have. Could you raise your hand if you've ever bought something twice? Yeah, probably so. So, keep that in mind, especially if you're like me, where I take, and this is another good tip, take everything off the shelves that you're not going to use this year and don't let it sit there, like put it away so that you have fewer things sitting out there, like cluttering up your space. So, but pull that stuff out now and look for it and see, is there something in there that you can use? Is there something in there that you already have? The other day, it was so funny. We were sitting in there talking about something, and Olivia says, Mom, you remember we used to have this game we would play where we would put these sentences together and read them? We played this when she was 5. She just turned 12 yesterday. She remembered this. I'm like, yeah, whatever happened to that? She's like, oh, it's over there in the cabinet, such and such. But I put it in the cabinet and completely forgotten about it, and it would be perfect for Thomas right now. So just a lot of fun. So shop your shelves, pull everything out, go through your inventory. Another little tip for you. Sorry, Amanda. But pull out your phone, okay, and lay your stuff out and take pictures of individual items. And so if you have a cloud service, I mean, obviously if you have a phone with limited storage space and you don't have any sort of cloud service, you're not going to be able to do this. But folks, a Dropbox account is free. So you could totally use that. Or if you're hooked to one of the cloud services where your photos are stored on the cloud and not on your phone, take a picture of all of these things and create an album in your phone photos. Create an album in there called Stuff We Have, Curriculum on Hand, Homeschooling Supplies. And then just every once in a while, pull that out and flip through it. Oh yeah, we have that game. Or we have that math activity, or, oh, I do have a copy of that Latin program, you know, and just flip through and you'll have a visual representation of all of the things you have in your homeschooling cabinet. This is on my to-do list for this summer, is to totally do that and make sure that we have all of those things. So that's something to keep in mind. If you are struggling getting organized, we do have something that can help you out. We have the Homeschool Organization Challenge, which is an ebook. It's a 30-day, is it 30 days, Dawn, or is it 28? Something, it's like a month, and we might have only done 28, you know, 4 times 7, 28. Like a 4-week challenge, there you go. So I think it's 28 days. And basically, we walk you through doing like little tasks every day. Now, if you're like, I don't have 28 days to get my homeschool room in order, you can do more than one task. Like some of the tasks, it's going to take you a whole day. But others of the tasks, it's like, organize your pencils. Well, you know, even if you send kids out all over the house to pull all the pencils back, replace erasers, throw some away, take the chewed ones out, sharpen everything and put it back, you're still talking like 10 minutes worth of stuff. Get the kids to help, and you can move on to the next task. So it can be done quicker, but basically we've broken it up into 28 tasks for you, and we've taken some of the bigger ones and cut it down into smaller tasks, and then we give you inspiration, links to you know, like see other people's homeschool rooms and different organizing ideas. It's a great little book. So Dawn is going to drop the link for you to that one if you need help getting organized. And I am the kind of person that needs to organize everything before I get into the nitty-gritty of my planning. I will say my friend Sarah is the kind of person where she's like, I cannot organize my homeschool room until my plans are made. She has to make her plan first and then organize the homeschool room. So it's going to be, you know, depending on how you do it. So there you go. Okay, so some good ideas for you for shopping your shelves. Yeah, Dawn's homeschool room is great, and I love the tape on the table. You may have to post a link to that, Dawn. Okay, third tip for you when it comes to homeschool shopping is let go of the guilt. I know you have some things on your shelves that you bought that you thought were going to be absolutely wonderful and fabulous, and about 2 months in, they weren't anymore. It's okay. Let it go. Just just let it go. Chalk it up to money you have spent on your own education and professional development as a homeschool mom. You have learned that lesson, and you can just move on and not have to worry about it anymore. Do not let this eat at you and make you feel bad. And selling homeschool curriculum, it's kind of a pain in the rear. So if you are one of those people and you can do it, or if for some reason you really have to do it in order to buy next year's homeschool curriculum, if you don't love it, get rid of it. Sell it. If you can't sell it, if you're one of those people, just the thought of opening up those boxes and bins and shelves and pulling all that stuff out and taking the pictures and buying the shipping material and putting it on Etsy or one of the homeschooling Facebook groups, or if all of that, just let it go. Just completely let it go. Here's what you can do. Bless others with it. Put it out there to your local homeschool group. Is there anybody local who could use this? Come and pick it up, or I will meet you in such and such a place. You can take it. See if Dawn's church has a homeschool curriculum lending library. See if there's anything like that going on. That you could gift your homeschool curriculum to. Even if it's not your church, if there's another church in town that has something like this, talk to your library. See if they could use it. See if they would like to set up, I could probably fund this myself with old curriculum. See if your library wants to set up like a checkout. Like they get the curriculum from you, they put it in there, people can check it out and see the curriculum and touch it and use it. So do something like that. Donate it to somebody else to sell. If your local homeschool group has a large curriculum sale, ask them. Say, I really don't want to fool with this, but you want it? And see if they want it and they can sell it and keep the profits. Take it to the thrift shop. I have known homeschool moms who have been blessed immensely by things that they have found in a thrift shop. So, they've bought it for very little and have used it, and it's been great and wonderful. Bless younger homeschool moms with it. But get it off your shelves and stop feeling guilty about it. What's in the past is in the past. Let it go. To that end, always check your curriculum provider's refund and return policy. There are some homeschool curriculum providers out there who have fabulous refund and return policies. One of the best ones in the business, actually probably the best one in the business, is IEW. So if you have ever purchased from IEW and it did not work out for your family, now you have to purchase IEW products from IEW, not from somewhere else. So you can't get them from some of the, I'm not going to name any names because I don't want to say don't shop here, but some of the other places that are like the middleman. So you have to get it from IEW. They have freedom shipping always around the first week of July, so watch for that. And if you get that curriculum in your home and you use it, you have your kid right on the pages, you're rocking and rolling with this curriculum and it goes off the rails and it's not working for you, IEW will take that back and give you your money back. And it's just fabulous. All About Reading, I don't know the specifics of theirs, but I do remember them having a pretty good one if you buy directly from All About Reading. So check. These companies are looking out for you as homeschoolers, and they know how hard it is to find something and have it be a really good fit for your family. So always take the time to check the return policies of the homeschool companies you shop for, because they want you to, first of all, be a satisfied customer, because it's only by being a satisfied customer that you're going to share this with other people. And let's say IEW writing doesn't work for you for whatever reason, and your friend says, you know what, I'm thinking about doing IEW, should I do it? Well, if you've had a bad experience with them, you might say, you know what, it didn't work for me, it stinks. But if you had a good experience with them, you're going to say, it didn't work for me, but you know what? They took that back and gave me my money back. So you could give it a try, and it may work great for your friend. So always check the return policies of the homeschool companies that you are buying curriculum from, and that could be the determining factor sometimes as to whether or not you make a purchase from a particular company, because then you really have nothing to lose. So if it doesn't work for you, you can send it back. So that's something, but let go of the guilt. Get it off your shelf. Even if you can't send it back for a refund, get it into somebody else's hands, because there's a very good chance that it's going to bless somebody else. Do not hang on to curriculum for years and years and years thinking, I might sell it one day. Just let it go. Really, just let it go. You're going to feel so much better that you did that. Okay, so we're curriculum shopping this week. Lots of good. Okay, I'm getting some more return policies. Memoria Press, love their stuff. We're using their literature next year in our co-op. History, famous men of the Middle Ages, and Diana Kennedy is telling us they have a 60-day return policy. So that is good. Somebody was saying something about a spreadsheet. I think spreadsheets are great, especially if you don't have the bandwidth on your phone to keep the pictures. I think pictures are even better, because it's just a much more visual reminder. But you could certainly keep a spreadsheet of what you've got tucked away. It's always a good idea, if you're going to put curriculum into bins, and keep it like out of the way if you've got storage space. Mine is stored in the upstairs bathroom, folks. Nobody ever uses the shower up there. It's not humid. You know, we just use the sink and the potty up there when we're up in the family room, and it's huge. There's this big area there. I have the bins in there, and it's pushed up against the wall. So be creative with your space of where you're going to store your overflow curriculum. Overflow, not a good word to use when your curriculum is stored in a bathroom. But, you know, make a little inventory and put it on the box, or if you're doing the pictures on your phone, box 1, and everything that's in box 1 is in that album, and then box 2 could be in another album. So, yeah. All right. And Amy is exactly right. If you're saving curriculum you're never going to use, that you absolutely hate, thinking that you're going to sell it, it's a suck at you. It's a suck at your emotional well-being, and let it go. So, all right, ladies and any gentlemen who happen to be here, we are done for the day. Dawn, I have no idea what we're talking about next week, but we're on step 7. I forgot to look before we jumped on, but we will be back next week with step 7 of the planning process, walking you guys through if you are interested. So everything I told you today was kind of like bonus information. There is a whole chapter in the Plan Your Year book on choosing and buying curriculum. So this is not repeat information to what's in the book. The stuff in the book is separate. So if you are interested in an 80-page planning guide that will help you plan your homeschool year, walks you through step by step with more great stuff just like this, over 40 planning pages, and we are adding new ones all the time. And this fabulous support group for you. It's on Facebook. You join the support group. Lots of ladies in there helping each other out, doing wonderful things to help you plan your homeschool year. Some good experience there. We've got it all, and it's at planyouryear.net. So go on over and check that out. And price on that one's going up to $29 after the 20th of the month. Right now it's $24. Get it now, and you still get the bonus that comes out later. So student planning pages, 4 different versions. So we will catch you next week on Facebook Live. Any other questions or comments, leave them down there in the comment section, and either Dawn or I will get back to you with some answers later on. So you guys have an awesome Thursday and a great weekend. Bye.